What happens when the people you trust most become the architects of your deepest betrayal? In a single moment, a perfect marriage can collapse, revealing secrets that destroy everything you've built. This is a story of love, betrayal, and the unexpected strength found in the darkest of moments. Mark and Alina's marriage had been a beacon of stability and love, a relationship that seemed to epitomize the perfect partnership. Married for 5 years, they had built a life together that appeared seamless from the outside. Mark, a 35-year-old professional, and Alina, 28, had cultivated a deep connection that went beyond mere companionship. Their shared interests, particularly tennis, had been a cornerstone of their relationship. They trained together, laughed together, and seemed to understand each other in a way that many couples only dream about. Family was integral to their world, with Alina's younger sister, Sarah, being a constant presence in their lives. She wasn't just a sibling, but a close friend who completed their tight-knit circle. Their regular family dinners, holiday gatherings, and shared sporting activities created a tapestry of warmth and intimacy that seemed unbreakable. Mark had always felt particularly close to Alina's family, viewing Sarah almost like a sister he never had. Their relationship was characterized by mutual respect, understanding, and what appeared to be an unwavering commitment to each other. They supported each other's dreams, celebrated each other's achievements, and navigated life's challenges as a united front. The tennis court was their sanctuary, a place where they connected not just as partners but as teammates, moving in sync, understanding each other's strengths and weaknesses. Little did Mark know that this seemingly perfect world was about to be shattered, revealing the fragile nature of trust and the unexpected depths of human complexity. The catalyst for their relationship's unraveling arrived in the form of Daniel, Mark's 19-year-old cousin. A college student immersed in the digital world of gaming and technology, Daniel's summer visit initially seemed like a typical family reunion. He arrived with his gaming PC, a centerpiece of entertainment that quickly became a point of unexpected connection. To Mark's surprise, Alina became increasingly fascinated by Daniel's gaming world, particularly the game Fortnite. What began as casual curiosity rapidly transformed into a full-blown passion. Alina, known for her outgoing and social nature, found herself drawn into this new realm of digital interaction. She purchased her own gaming laptop, joining Daniel's gaming circles and creating a bond that Mark initially found harmless and even endearing. He saw it as Alina finding a new way to unwind, to explore an interest that brought her joy. The late-night gaming sessions, the shared laughter, and the inside jokes seemed innocent enough. Mark admired how seamlessly Alina integrated into this new social dynamic. Her ability to connect with people even in a digital space was one of the qualities he had always loved about her. However, beneath the surface of these seemingly innocent interactions, something was changing. The dynamic between Alina and Daniel was subtly shifting, becoming more intense, more intimate. Their conversations began to carry a weight that went beyond casual familial interactions. Mark, initially dismissing his growing unease as mere paranoia, failed to recognize the early warning signs of a relationship that was crossing boundaries. The gaming sessions became longer, the conversations more private, and the shared moments more exclusive. What Mark perceived as harmless bonding was slowly evolving into something far more complicated and dangerous. Alina's involvement in Daniel's life took a more significant turn when she used her position as a restaurant manager to secure him a part-time job. Mark initially viewed this as a testament to Alina's supportive nature, her genuine desire to help a young family member gain work experience and develop a sense of responsibility. On the surface, it appeared to be a perfect arrangement. Daniel would learn valuable skills, gain financial independence, and have the guidance of a caring family member. Alina seemed genuinely excited about mentoring Daniel, her enthusiasm infectious and seemingly pure. She spoke about helping him navigate the complexities of his first job, providing insights and support that went beyond mere professional guidance. Mark was proud of her, admiring her ability to nurture and support those around her. However, as weeks passed, subtle changes began to emerge. The way Alina and Daniel interacted started to feel different. Their conversations became more nuanced, filled with inside jokes and glances that seemed to exclude Mark. Their work schedules began to align almost suspiciously perfectly, with Elena claiming it was merely for staffing convenience. Mark's intuition started to whisper warnings, but he struggled to articulate his growing discomfort. The late-night gaming sessions continued, now accompanied by work-related discussions that extended far beyond professional boundaries. Elena's protective attitude towards her phone, her decreased interest in their shared activities like tennis, and her increasing focus on Daniel created a growing sense of unease. What Mark had initially seen as a beautiful demonstration of familial support was slowly revealing itself as something more complex and potentially inappropriate. The tension reached a critical point one unexpected afternoon when Mark's work meeting was abruptly canceled. Deciding to surprise Elena, he returned home early, anticipating a warm welcome. Instead, he was met with an unsettling silence that immediately set his nerves on edge. As he moved through the house, he heard faint laughter from the living room. What he discovered stopped him in his tracks. Elena and Daniel were sitting incredibly close on the couch, their body language speaking volumes. Daniel was showing something on his laptop, with Elena's hand resting intimately on his. Their proximity, the shared laughter, and the way they were absorbed in each other created a tableau that felt deeply wrong. When Mark cleared his throat, they jumped apart, a reaction that spoke volumes about the nature of their interaction. Elena's nervous explanation about work-related assistance felt hollow and unconvincing. That night, Mark lay awake, replaying the scene, his mind wrestling with a mixture of suspicion, hurt, and disbelief. The incident became a turning point, shattering the illusion of trust and innocence that had defined their relationship. Mark began to see past interactions in a new, more sinister light. The late-night gaming sessions, the inside jokes, the convenient work schedules, everything now seemed part of a pattern of increasing intimacy that went far beyond familial bonds. The final confrontation occurred at the restaurant where Elena and Daniel worked. Mark, hoping to rebuild some semblance of connection, arrived with Elena's favorite flowers, determined to address their growing distance. What he discovered instead was a scene that would forever alter the course of their lives. In the staff restroom, he found Elena and Daniel in a compromising and unmistakably intimate position. The betrayal was complete and devastating. In that moment, years of trust, love, and shared dreams crumbled. The shock, the raw emotional pain, and the sense of profound betrayal overwhelmed Mark. His world, which had seemed so stable and secure, had been built on a foundation of deceit. Elena's desperate attempts to explain were drowned out by the roar of Mark's emotional turmoil. This was not just a betrayal of marriage, but a violation of familial trust that cut deeper than any romantic transgression. Mark's perception of love, loyalty, and family was shattered, forcing him to confront the complex and often unpredictable nature of human relationships. In the immediate aftermath of his discovery, Mark's world became a maelstrom of emotional chaos. The betrayal by Elena and Daniel had torn apart not just his marriage, but the entire fabric of his family relationships. Seeking solace and guidance, he turned to Sarah, Elena's sister, who had always been a source of comfort and understanding. Their conversation, initially focused on Mark's pain, took an unexpected and complex turn. The shared grief, the mutual sense of betrayal, and the emotional vulnerability created a charged atmosphere that transcended their previous familial relationship. What began as a supportive conversation gradually evolved into a moment of intense personal connection. The boundaries between comfort and intimacy blurred, and they found themselves drawn to each other in a way that neither had anticipated. Their shared experience of betrayal created a powerful emotional bond that quickly transformed into something more passionate and complicated. This unexpected intimacy was both a healing mechanism and a dangerous emotional response to the profound hurt they had both experienced. As the initial shock of betrayal began to subside, Mark found himself on a journey of intense self-reflection and personal transformation. The life he had meticulously built over 5 years had been dismantled in a single moment of revelation. He began to question everything he thought he knew about love, trust, and human relationships. The betrayal forced him to confront uncomfortable truths about himself, about the nature of commitment, and about the fragility of human connections. He realized that people are capable of unexpected actions, that love can be both a source of immense joy and profound pain. Mark started to deconstruct his past, examining the subtle signs he might have missed, the small moments that should have been red flags. This process was both painful and liberating. He understood that true healing would require him to look beyond the immediate hurt and understand the deeper psychological dynamics that led to such a profound betrayal. The experience became a crucible for personal growth, challenging his perceptions of loyalty, trust, and self-worth. The legal and practical implications of the betrayal began to take shape in the weeks following the discovery. Mark consulted with lawyers to understand his options for divorce, navigating the complex emotional and legal landscape of ending a marriage. The process was emotionally draining, requiring him to relive the painful moments of betrayal repeatedly during discussions and legal proceedings. He had to make difficult decisions about property division, potential alimony, and the emotional toll of separating their intertwined lives. The professional and social implications were equally challenging. Their shared social circles became battlegrounds of loyalty and perception. Friends and family members were forced to choose sides, and the ripple effects of the betrayal extended far beyond Mark and Alina's immediate relationship. Mark found himself becoming increasingly isolated, struggling to maintain his professional composure while dealing with the personal turmoil. The experience taught him valuable lessons about resilience, dignity, and the importance of maintaining personal boundaries, even in the most challenging emotional circumstances. As time passed, Mark began to reconstruct his life, slowly but deliberately. The betrayal had stripped away many of his previous assumptions about relationships and personal identity. He invested time in therapy, working through the complex emotions of betrayal, working to understand his own patterns and vulnerabilities. Physical activities became a crucial part of his healing process. He recommitted to tennis with a renewed intensity, using the sport as a metaphor for personal discipline and recovery. Each match became a battle not just against an opponent, but against his own internalized pain and self-doubt. While professional opportunities that he had previously overlooked now became focal points of personal development. He began to see the betrayal not as an endpoint, but as a transformative experience that could propel him towards personal growth and self-discovery. The support of a few close friends and his growing relationship with Sarah provided crucial emotional scaffolding during this challenging period. The final stage of Mark's journey was about redefinition and personal empowerment. He realized that the betrayal, while profoundly painful, did not define him. He began to reconstruct his understanding of love, trust, and personal boundaries. The relationship with Sarah evolved into a complex partnership that defied traditional categorization: part healing, part romantic, part therapeutic. They supported each other's healing processes, understanding the intricate emotional landscapes they had both traversed. Mark started mentoring younger professionals, using his personal experience to provide insights into resilience and personal growth. He became an advocate for emotional intelligence, speaking candidly about the importance of communication, boundaries, and self-respect in relationships. The betrayal that once threatened to destroy him became the catalyst for his most significant personal transformation. He emerged not as a victim, but as a survivor, someone who had faced profound emotional devastation and chosen growth, understanding, and ultimately hope.